by the state of New York, by Alvin Bragg and by Judge Marchand and by that jury. They are heroic in the sense they're the only people to have ever held this man accountable for anything he's done in this country that he's done in aversion to the law. Joining me now on the phone is Andrew Weissmann, MSNBC legal analyst and former federal prosecutor. I will let you register whether you agree with our surprise, but also if you could, Andrew, because to me, this decision by the Supreme Court, this very surprising decision, is also an indictment in many ways on the Justice Department, which has so clearly failed to hold Donald Trump accountable, even for an attempted coup. But it is New York. It is the stalwart pursuit of justice by Alvin Bragg and the commitment of this judge to follow through and to have this case come to finality that has brought us here. Your thoughts?
Well, there's no question that you can't say enough good things about Alvin Bragg and about the state court judge here who did the right thing and kept their head down and wanted to make sure that the rule of law applied regardless of station. There's a lot of blame to go around, including to the Supreme Court, in terms of why the federal cases did not proceed in the same way that we are seeing the state court proceeding. A couple thoughts on the 5-4 decision, where the key difference here is that the Chief Justice switched, that said that we had a presidential immunity decision that seemed to suggest that we could see a stay coming in place, but the Amy Coney Barrett had dissented on the key part that's relevant to this, to the issue that was before the court. And Chief Justice Roberts also switched. So that made, those were the two justices who joined the so-called liberal justices to make up 5. And I think, one, the main thrust in the take-home here is that the court said that the rule of law is going to apply the same way to Donald Trump as it does for anyone else. That is a long time coming, Joy. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. But they are basically saying this is the normal course. You raise issues on appeal after sentencing, not before. That's what would happen to you and to me and to everyone else. And that's why you have the 5 justices saying that. Now, the bad news is that it was a 5-4 decision. This should have been 9-0. And so what we are going to be seeing in the next 4 years is an issue of whether this will continue being 5-4, and we're going to have this block of the 4 dissenters, and when we're going to see Justice Roberts and or Justice Amy Coney Barrett switch back. And I think that this kind of dynamic is one that I think we better sort of fasten our seatbelts. But tonight, we are seeing the Supreme Court having done the right thing after they took so long to decide the presidential immunity decision, delayed the federal cases inordinately. But here they are giving the green light for the president-elect of the United States of America to be sentenced tomorrow in state court for 34 felonies that he was convicted of by a jury of his peers.